All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a little bit of a late start. We do apologize for that, but never never to worry. We are coming to you live here from Gladiator Arena. Again, we'll go ahead and start giving you some stats as we are coming in. Here we're going to go ahead and have, this is going to be the second drive for the Gladiators. As their first drive, they were 4 and out. The second drive, when the Tigers got the ball back, they ended up scoring. So the score right now is 7-0. The Tigers caused the fumble. They recovered that fumble, and they went 4 and out. So now this is the second time that the Gladiators are getting the football here. So we're going to go ahead and, again, be coming to you live from Gladiator Arena as we have the Gladiators facing the Mercedes Tigers. Playoff implications all over the place for 3 teams, Valley View, Mercedes, and the Gladiators. 2 of those teams, the Gladiators and the Tigers from Valley View, it's a must-win. The magic number in this district being 3 wins. Mercedes is already there. The Gladiators are trying to get their 3rd win in district, as so as the Tigers, who are playing Cigarroa and Laredo tonight. So again, we're going to go ahead and come to you. We're going to go ahead and start bringing you the action here, as again, this is going to end up being 3rd down for the Gladiators. It'll be 3rd and long. We'll have Jonathan Rios, Gladiator quarterback, still in for quarterback to start this game here today. This series he'll have on his left side, he'll have Esteban Barrera lined up, as he'll have triplets on his right side. Gomez, he'll have an empty backfield here, as they're going to go ahead and call a timeout to regroup, and that is good for us, again, so that we can go ahead and give you a little bit more stats on this game. Again, we talked about playoff implications all over the place, and you know how we have, because of the standings that we have in District 5A2, Region 4, we have some teams that are fighting for some playoff lives here. Again, we talked about how the magic number to get into this, the playoffs for this district is 3. We have Valley View coming in this week at 2-3, Roma 2-3 as well, and Mercedes, who's already gotten to 3 wins. Not that they can't lose tonight, but because of the point margin, and because if they do lose to Roma tonight, everybody would be tied up at 3 wins and 3 losses each. We would end up going to a point system, and the deficit for the Tigers of Mercedes cannot be more than 17 points. So Roma has to win today by 17 points, and or have Valley View lose to Cigarroa today. Again, we're coming back into some action here. Gladiators is going to be 3rd down, as Rios goes ahead and keeps it. He's looking for a receiver. Tigers are on his heels. He tosses it out of the way, and the ball is loose. Mercedes seems to come up with it, and they're into the end zone as Rios threw that ball away to an intended receiver. They couldn't come up with it. Ball is loose. Tigers recover and into the end zone, which brings the score now 13 for the Tigers, 0 for the Gladiators. Point after the touchdown is coming up, as Mercedes doesn't really have a good kicking team this year. Their average is just about 60%, as I was doing some research earlier. So we'll see if they can convert here. Kick is up. Extra point is good, bringing the score 14-0. We are still in the first quarter. 9.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Again, we'll keep it here. We won't go to commercials, as Roma again will be ready to receive again. But again, I want to take this time to kind of reiterate again what we were talking about earlier, and how again Mercedes is already at 3 wins. It's a must-win here tonight for the Gladiators, as it is also for the Valley View Tigers, who are at Cigarroa tonight. Cigarroa is winless in district, so we are not really looking at them to lose tonight, meaning the Valley View Tigers. So again, if Roma wants to go ahead and keep their own destiny alive, or go out by their means, or get in by their means, they're going to have to win tonight, and the margin is 17. Coming back into action here, the Mercedes Tigers are getting set to kick off. Back to receive for the Gladiators will be number 33, David Rios, and number 6, Adrian Maldonado. Kicking off for the Mercedes Tigers. And here's the kick. It's a short kick, hauled in by Maldonado. Maldonado's picking up 10 yards on that return. The Gladiators will start at their own 33-yard line as they'll start working their way upfield. Again, starting quarterback for the Gladiators tonight here, we have Jonathan Rios, who has been their regular starter all throughout the season. Again, Gladiators averaging a little bit over 150 yards a game this season, as they only have 2 wins in district. But again, we talked about how the magic number is only 3, so a win tonight could help really help them out. Usual starters and usual receivers are in for the Gladiators tonight. Felix Gomez, we also would like to wish him a happy birthday tonight. So here's first down. He's out of shotgun. He gives it to Gomez. Gomez picks up 10 yards, close to 10 yards there, as he picks up about 7 yards. And it'll bring up second down close to midfield for the Gladiators already on that first rush. He will have second down and 3 to go for the Gladiators, close to midfield. Out of shotgun, here will be Rios again. He hands it off to Gomez. Gomez picks up 2, 3, 4, 5, picks 10 yards. He's still on his feet, picks up 20 yards already. As he's still on his feet, still in bounds, he picks up about 35 yards on that run there. He is pushed out of bounds at the 25, the Tiger 25-yard line, as that'll move the chains and bring up first down for the Gladiators. Again, what a series already for Gomez on these 2 rushes. As soon as we came on the air, he's had 2 great runs already. Could be birthday luck, could be athleticism, call it whatever you want, but great runs there by Felix Gomez. Again, it'll be first down here. We'll have Rios out of shotgun again. Twins on his right. He hands off to Gomez again. He's stopped short at behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 1 yard. Again, a cold, muggy football weather tonight, as we still have some fans in the stands here showing some Gladiator pride. We also have some Tiger fans on the opposite side filling up their stands pretty nicely as well here tonight. Again, second down for the Gladiators here. Gomez will be behind Rios. Twins to his left. It's a loose ball as Rios tried to pitch it to Gomez. It seems the Tigers just recovered again. That'll be their second fumble recovery of the night, as the Gladiators cough it up with 2 fumbles out of 4 drives tonight already. So again, offense costing the Gladiators, as they're already at a deficit of 14-0. They're trying to stop some of the bleeding here, but they just keep shooting themselves in the foot as they cough it up again. So the Tigers will take over at the Gladiator 35-yard line, at their own 35-yard line, correction, as they will start working their way upfield, or downfield, I should say. Quarterback for the Tigers here seems to be number 4, correction, Horacio Pequeño. He finds an intended receiver. That's number 2, Sammy Galindo for the Tigers, who picks up about a 40 to 50-yard pass, which will bring him to the Gladiator 17-yard line. So Tigers with 1 pass there, getting super close to the red zone. Pequeño, the quarterback here for the Tigers, has 1 receiver lined up to his right, 3 to his left. He'll take it himself. He pushes up. He picks up about 6 yards on that run. It was a quarterback keeper. Tigers already up 14-0, trying to make it 21 as they're getting close to the red zone once again. Pequeño had a big night last week against Cigaroa, as he was able to pick up over 200 yards passing. At a second down here, he'll work out a shotgun. He's looking again to go to the air. He overthrows his receiver, intended receiver here, number 83 on that intended pass was Alex Rincon, just overthrown by Pequeño. Pequeño again setting up his troops here. He'll have an empty backfield. He'll have twins on each side. Now we have a running back in motion here. As he's looking to Pequeño, there's a flag on the play. It looks like there was some movement on the line. Referees discuss it. We'll see who it'll be against. It's going to end up being against the Tigers, so that'll bring them back some yards. And that'll bring up third down. We have 7 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. We were a little bit late to start this broadcast. We had a little bit of an audio difficulty, but not to worry, we got it going, which is the most important thing, and we're going to go ahead and give you the whole game almost. We just lost a little bit. Again, Pequeño, here's a snap. He's out of shotgun looking for a receiver. He finds one almost right out of the hands as that play is broken up by number 11 on the Gladiator side. Cesar Morales with great hands there as he pats that ball away. Intended receiver there for the Tigers was number 15, Leroy Garcia. Looks like the Tigers are going to attempt a field goal here as the kicking team comes on the field. Again, as I mentioned earlier, Tigers not really efficient this year from the field goal. They've missed their only one try they've had this year, so this will be the second attempt of the whole season for them. The kick is up. It is short, seems like, right off the crossbar. So that ball was short. It hit off the crossbar. No good. So again, the score is going to end up being 14 for the Tigers, 0 for the Gladiators, as again, they'll get their third possession of the game, or their fifth possession of the game, I should say, as they coughed it up twice out of those 5 times. We'll see if they can hang on to it this time and get Felix Gomez the ball as he worked the running game very well last possession. Gladiators march onto the field. Gladiators starting at their own 20 as the PA announcer reassures us. He'll have twins on his right, Will Rios. Again, he hands it off to Gomez. Gomez pushes it up the gut. He picks up 10, 15, close to 20 yards on that run there. First down, Gladiators move the chains. He was stopped at the Tiger 34-yard line. Six minutes and a half remaining here in the first quarter. Gladiators trying to get something going here. Rios will be out of shotgun with Gomez on his left. He hands it, he keeps it himself. Rios, quarterback sneak here, gets to the line of scrimmage for no gain as he is tripped up at the line of scrimmage by the Tiger line. It'll be second and long for the Gladiators, as again they're working their way upfield, which they have been moving the ball pretty well. It's just those 2 fumbles that really seem to cost them, as the Tigers were able to convert on one of those fumbles. Here's the snap. Rios will hand it off to Gomez again on second down as he picks up close to another first down. That was about a 9 or 10 yard pickup there. Well, they're going to measure it, but it seems that it's going to be short about a yard. Yes, they're going to call it short a yard, so that'll bring up third down for the Gladiators and 1 yard to go. All right, here we go. He'll have an empty backfield this time with Rios. He'll be out of shotgun. He'll have one single receiver on his right. He hands it off to David Rios, the new running back in the game. But there was a flag on the play. Seems like there was some movement on the line. Judges will talk it over. See what they call. It's going to be a false start on the Gladiators, so that'll bring them back. Instead of being 1 yard, it'll cost them more yardage. And it'll be third and long now, as it'll be 3rd and 6 for the Gladiators. 5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Again, big playoff implication game for both teams, but it's a must-win for the Gladiators. We'll have a new formation here with one single receiver on his right. Here's the snap. The snap is going to be to David Rios this time as he chooses the right side to rush. He is stopped short of the first down. So that'll be 4th down. Big decision here for the Gladiators, as it'll be 4th down as the kicking team, as they choose to kick, the kicking team is coming onto the field. Back to kick for the Gladiators will be Duarte. Back to receive, we have a single receiver looking to run it back for the Tigers. Will be Joshua Cantu, number 1, for the Tigers, will be looking to return. It's a low, short kick, as it'll bounce out at the Tiger 31-yard line, 32-yard line. So that's where they will take over. They meaning the Tigers. As again, it was a good series for the Gladiators, just couldn't convert there, and that penalty really hurt them as they weren't able to get that first down. They were close. They came as close as 1 yard to picking up another first down close to midfield. Just couldn't make it happen, as the offense for the Tigers will come on to the field again. Horacio Pequeño, quarterback for the Tigers. He will have triplets on his right and one single receiver on his left. Number 15, correction. He'll have his running back to his left here. He hands it off to his running back. He'll keep it himself. It's a quarterback sneak. Picks up about 2 to 3 yards. And that'll be second down and about 7 yards to go for the Tigers. Second and 7 here for the Tigers. It's out of the shotgun. He's looking for a receiver. He has somebody, just cannot connect there. Pequeño tried to get number 15, as we mentioned earlier, who was a key receiver earlier, Leroy Garcia. Just couldn't connect there, as he was also hurried, and he was hit hard, but he had just released the ball. Third down and 7 for the Tigers. Triplets to his right will Pequeño have. He's looking to go to the air. There's a flag early in the play, so it looks like there's again movement on the line again. A lot of penalties early on in the game here. It'll be another full start, and it'll be against the Tigers this time. So move them back now. So it'll be third and long for the Tigers. Again, muggy, cold night. Great football weather, if you ask me. But hey, I'm indoors. I don't mind being in here. Okay, here we go. It'll be third and long for the Tigers. Triplets lined up to the right. He's looking to go to the air. It's Pequeño. And another flag here. Just seems we can't get anywhere without any false starts. And it'll be again against the Tigers. So move them even deeper back. Just can't go anywhere on either side at the moment. Again, we talked about how the Tigers had a big win last week against Cigarroa, as the Gladiators failed to pioneer last week. So that's how those records came about. 3-2 for the Tigers, 2-3 for Roma. Back to action here. Here's the snap. Pequeño's looking to go deep. Had an intended receiver who was open, but just cannot connect. So the kicking team is coming on the field for the Tigers. 3 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Just can't get anything going there for the Tigers. Back to receive for the Gladiators again will be David Rios and Adrian Maldonado. Kicking for the Tigers, if I could see his number a bit. Kind of far, folks. Here's the snap. It's going to be a low, short kick. About midfield will the Gladiators touch it and fall on it at midfield. They almost coughed it up there, but as Edgar Castillo fell on it about midfield, so that's where the Gladiators will take over with 3 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Gladiators can really do some damage, as this has been their best field position of the night. I don't think they've crossed midfield yet. They were close, but just hadn't crossed it. Gladiator offense jogs on the field. And here we go. First and 10 from midfield, exactly midfield from the 50. Here's a snap. Rios hands off to Gomez. Gomez powers up the middle. Is tripped. He is stopped there at the line of scrimmage. No gain. That'll bring up second and 10 for the Gladiators. into the game for the Gladiators again will be Edgar Castillo, as Rios is looking at the signals. He'll have triplets on his left, one single receiver on his right. He'll have an empty backfield. Here's the snap. He's looking to go to the air. He has an intended receiver. He finds Adrian Maldonado for a pickup about 3 yards as he is pushed out of bounds after a 3-yard pickup. And that'll bring up third down. Third and long here for the Gladiators. 2 minutes still remaining. Plenty of time to get that first down. Here's the snap. Rios looks to keep it himself. He picks up 4 yards. Is as much as he will get before he is stopped. So that'll be short of the first down, and it brings up fourth down. Number 75 with that stop. Actually, it was more of the line with that stop, as several Tigers just stopped him on that quarterback sneak. As Gladiator fans are saying, come on Gladiators, you can do this. You're down 14. It's still really early in the game. Rios gets the signals. Empty backfield. He'll keep it himself again. He's pushing up the field. He's close to a first down. He seems to have passed that first down marker as the referee says, yes, move the chains, as that'll be a Gladiator first down at their Tiger 35-yard line as they have momentum going forward with the new set of downs. 1 minute 30 seconds remaining in this first quarter. First down here. Here's the snap. He's looking to go to the air. He finds Castillo. Castillo on the left side picks up about 2 yards, if anything, a yard or two. We'll see where they mark it. That'll bring up second down and still long for the Gladiators, as it was a pickup about 1 yard, if anything. Okay, we'll give them 2. 2 yards as a pickup, so that's 2nd and 8 for the Gladiators. Now he'll have David Rios lined up behind him. He hands off to Rios. Gomez, correction, that's Gomez. Gomez chooses the right side, picks up about another yard. And it'll still be 3rd and long for the Gladiators. 45 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Plenty of time to still get one more play out and see if they can get that first down. Third and long. Twins on the left, one single receiver on the right for the Gladiators. Gomez will be lined up behind Rios. Out of shotgun. Here's the snap. He hands it. He keeps it. He finds Maldonado almost, but he drops it. He picks it up. He picks up 5, 6, 10, 20, 15, and he walks into the end zone. Maldonado, after almost seemed like a broken play, he dropped the pass, picks it up. No Tigers touched him as he is able to get into the end zone with 8 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. So again, that cuts the deficit to 7 as the Tigers are up 14-7 on the Gladiators with plenty of time to go, 3 quarters to be exact, as we still have 8 seconds as the Gladiators will attempt this extra point, as Duarte will be the kicker for the Gladiators. And again, that was about a 34 reception touchdown for the Gladiators, as there's a timeout on the field. And we're going to go to some commercials, and we'll be right back, folks. Alright folks, and we're back as the Gladiators just attempted that extra point and they converted. So that'll bring up the score 14 for the Tigers, 7 for the Gladiators, as that'll initiate pretty much the start of the second quarter. 7 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Thanks everyone for logging on and joining us, as again we are into what seems to be a great game. Again, with playoff implications for both teams, the magic number to get into the playoffs, as I said earlier, is 3. Tigers are already there at 3 wins, but they cannot overlook the fact that if the Gladiators win tonight and they beat them by 17 or more, it doesn't matter what happens in Laredo, they'll be out. As the Gladiators are getting set to kick off. Back to receive will be number 1, Joshua Cantu for the Tigers. And if I can see his number here, seems to be 2, Sammy Galindo. Back to receive for the Tigers. Duarte getting set to kick off, number 95. He signaled them to go. Here's a kick. It's a short, high kick as number 38 for the Tigers, Rowan Galvan, will get that kick as the Tigers will start at their own 45-yard line, close to midfield. Gladiator defense eager to start as they are waiting for the Tigers to get on, the offense to get on the field. We'll see what the Gladiators can do here. Pequeño again staying in as the quarterback. One single receiver lined up on his left. Here's a flag way before. It'll be at the line they're going to be calling. And it'll be full start against the Tigers as they'll march way before they even signal it. They know it was against them. And that'll be first down and long for the Tigers at their own 40. Here's the snap at a shotgun. Hands it off to the running back to the Tigers. He picks up about 4 yards. And that'll initiate the end or almost the start of the second quarter. That'll end it and soon start and initiate the start of the second quarter. We'll keep it here as the officials quickly starting the second quarter. As they'll be switching sides and the Tigers will be going upfield now at their own 43-yard line. Here's the snap to Pequeño. Pequeño looking to go to the air. He has a receiver broken up. Again, he was going to his intended receiver, Garcia, who seems to be his favorite receiver tonight, as that was broken up by the Gladiator defense. Bring up 3rd and long. Credit Iran Flores on that broken up play. 3rd and long for the Tigers. Here's the snap. Pequeño's looking to go to the air again as he has a receiver as it is thrown out of bounds. As Edgar Castillo covering on that pass. No good was that pass by the Tigers. That'll bring up 4th down and long as the kicking team will come on the field. Back to receive will be number 6. No, Edgar Castillo will stay in. Who just broke up the pass. Edgar Castillo will look to return the kick. It's a long snap. Good snap. High long kick. Castillo will chase it down the left side as the ball will stop at about the 33-yard line, as that where the Gladiators will take over to have their first possession of the second quarter. We'll go to some commercials and we'll be right back. Good. All right, so we're back here, ladies and gentlemen, as the Gladiators will have their first possession of the second quarter. Here's the snap. They'll hand it off to Gomez. Gomez down the middle. He picks up 7 yards, close to 7 yards for the Gladiators, as he's having a heck of a night with the ball in his hands. Every time he has the ball in his hands, he's averaging at least about 3 or 4 yards a carry on his birthday. Again, happy birthday to Felix Gomez. It'll be second down and about 3 for the Gladiators at their own 42-yard line, 38-yard line. Here's the snap. They'll hand it off to, it'll be a quarterback keeper here, as Rios is stopped way behind the line of scrimmage for a loss. We'll see where the referees down this. Marvin Garcia with that tackle for the Tigers. They're going to place the ball at the point of contact where they initially stopped them, which is still 5 yards to go for the Gladiators. Third down and 5 for the Gladiators. Twins on triplets to his left, Rios will have one single receiver to his right. Here's the snap, empty backfield. He's looking for a receiver. He had Jesus Rodriguez open, just can't catch that. If he would have hauled that in, that would have been a first down for the Gladiators. 10 minutes, 17 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Again, Tigers up 14-7 on the Gladiators. Back to receive for the Tigers. It's a high, bad snap. Duarte still gets it off. Back to receive for the Tigers is Joshua Cantu, and see what he can do with it. Picks it up at his own 20. He's at a 30. He's 35. He cuts it back into the middle as he almost fumbles it. And he is stopped at his own 41-yard line. So that was a pickup of 21 yards on that return for the Tigers. Gladiator defense just couldn't seem to bring him down quick enough. Great gain there by the Tigers as he is close to midfield as he is brought down. Tigers will take over. Oh, correct. Okay, so we're going to have the ball moved back as it was holding on the Tigers. And those, instead of starting at their own 41-yard line, they're going to be starting at the 25-yard line after that penalty. Pequeño will start this series with 3 on his left. He hands it off to number 33. Brought down at the line of scrimmage. Number 33 for the Tigers, Miguel Jimenez, for no gain. Second down and 10 for the Tigers. Correction, he did pick up, it seems. They were going to place it 2 yards up from where they started. So second and 8 for the Tigers, as again they snap it to Joshua Cantu for a loss, as the Gladiators credit number 2, Edgar Castillo, on that tackle for the Gladiators, as the Tigers, they snap to Joshua Cantu instead of the original quarterback. So that's a loss, and that'll be third down and long for the Tigers. It's third and about 15 for the Tigers. Here's the snap. Pequeño looking to go to the air as he is rushed. No gain here as he was hurried, Pequeño was, as he was brought down, hit hard as well. No gain there, as that'll be fourth down as the kicking team comes on the field. The common punt returners, Adrian Maldonado and David Rios, taking a break, as Edgar Castillo on the second series is the one who is returning now. It's a high short kick. It bounces at the Tiger 30. It'll be touched there at the Tiger 30, 25-yard line, 26-yard line. That's where the Gladiators will look to score from, as that'll be the closest they'll be all night. The closest they've been. Gladiators on this series here. They hand it off to Gomez on this first down. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of about 3 or 4 yards, as he is brought down by number 32, Jay Ayala, the linebacker, for that loss of 4 yards for the Gladiators. It'll be second down and 14 for the Gladiators. 8 minutes, 39 seconds remaining, 8:39 remaining in the second quarter. Gladiators still down, 14-7. They're going to be generous with the Gladiators. I had seen a loss of 3, but they're going to say only a loss of 1, so it'll be second and 11. Gomez will be lined up to the right of Rios. Looking at the plays here is Rios. Gets his signals. He has Barrera in motion, as they can't really seem to get it together, so they'll call a timeout to see what they can do this series. We'll go to some commercials and we'll be right back as the Gladiators talk it over. All right, folks, we're back as the Gladiators talk it over. Now they're ready. They'll be working out of. They're moving the ball back. I didn't get to see that. So they're going to be calling, before we even start here, they're going to be calling, I guess I missed that start, and they're going to be calling a false start on the Gladiators, so that'll bring them back. And it'll be second and long now, second and 15 for the Gladiators. Here's the snap. He finds Castillo. Castillo's looking to go ahead and do a pass himself, and the receivers is out of the hands of Esteban Barrera, as that play was designed to get Barrera open, and it did. He just can't haul it in. That was a nice pass there by Edgar Castillo, as Rios had initially, passed that out to the outside, and the receiver tried to find Barrera in the end zone, just can't connect. But there's a flag on the play, and it'll be against the Tigers, and that'll move up the ball, which is first down. That should be an automatic first down for the Gladiators, and it will be. So they're going to end up calling pass interference here. It's going to be against the number 19 of the Tigers, Ramiro Ortiz. Here's the first down. They hand it off to Gomez. Gomez is on his feet. He's at the 10-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards. So that'll move the chains again for the Gladiators, as they are now in the red zone. 8:18 remaining in the second quarter, as the Gladiators threatening to do some damage here and possibly even up the score at 14. That penalty really cost the Tigers, as it's given this Roma Gladiator team a chance. Here's Gomez again on this first down. He picks up 8 or 9 yards, as he is a yard short of the touchdown. That'll be second and goal for the Gladiators. Second and goal coming up for the Gladiators again, as they're threatening to even up the score here. Here we go. 1 yard to go for the Gladiators to even up the score. Nice and compact offense. He'll have an empty backfield. Gomez gets the snap as he's looking to keep it himself and get into the end zone, and it seems like he is. Let's see if they call him in or down. They're calling him down before the line. So it'll be second. Yeah, so it'll be 2nd and 1 again for the Gladiators. Go Roma go, says here. Here's another snap to Gomez. He can't come up with it on that snap, so he falls on it. That'll be a loss of 2 yards, so it'll be 3rd and 4. 3rd and goal for the Gladiators from their own 4. From the Tiger 4, correction. As they're threatening to even it up here. 4 yards is all the Gladiators need to even up this game. He'll have Rios is at quarterback now. There's a false start. Let's see who it'll be against. It'll be big if it's against the Tigers. It'll be big if they call it against the Tigers. Let's see what they're going to call here. It's a false start against. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's going to be against the Tigers for sure. It's going to be against the Tigers. Yes, folks, against the Tigers. So that's a big. So that's an automatic. That should be. Okay, so it'll be moved up a couple yards. So it'll still be 3rd down and goal with 2 yards to go. Go, Roma, go, yell their fans. Big crowd on hand here, even though it's cold, muggy weather. Rios here keeps it himself. He's into the end zone as he extends his arms to get the ball past the line. And they're going to call it. No, yes, they're calling it a touchdown. Yes, it was a bit iffy there. The refs didn't seem to know what to call. But then the referee, the line judge there, he calls that. He raises both hands, and that's a touchdown. So the Gladiators even it up here with 6:23 remaining in the 2nd quarter. Point after coming up as Duarte is getting set to kick off here. There's movement again. There's movement on the line again. It seems to be the story of this game tonight. False starts all over the place. We'll see what's going on here. Many flags on the play here. Let's get them all picked up as the referees talk it over. Okay, so we have a first flag here. Okay, so it's going to end up it's going to get declined by the Gladiators. So that penalty will bring them up as the offense will stay on the field now because of that penalty. And they're going to be going for 2. Yes, sir. David Rios will be taking the snap. Interesting. Rios not a quarterback, but we know what's coming. He's trying to rush into the end zone for 2. He's at the line, but it seems to be he's stopped short. So he's going to be stopped short. So that'll still give that 1-point lead to the Tigers. 14-3 as that ends that series for the Gladiators. 6:23 remaining in the 2nd quarter. We're in for a good one, folks. Tigers up by 1. We'll be right back. All right, folks, welcome back. We are here again coming to you from Gladiator Arena in Roma, Texas. Again, big game on hand tonight between the Tigers and the Gladiators. Gladiators had the chance to tie it up. Because of a penalty, they decided to go for a 2. They came up short. And now they can't convert, so now they find themselves down by 1. As the Gladiators will be looking to kick off. Back to receive for the Tigers will be number 2, Sammy Galindo. Duarte settling in and getting his defense ready. And here we go. Here's the kick. It's a low-high kick. The Tigers will take over at the 5. Stop short of the 15-yard line, so it'll be at the 12, at the 14, correction, well, they'll take over. So they'll be at their own 14-yard line as they're going to work their way up in the second quarter. 6:18 remaining, and they're still up by 1. Tiger offense on the field. Man coverage from the Gladiators here as Pequeño gets the snap. He hands it off to number 33. He hands it off to Miguel Jimenez for a loss. For a loss of 5, seems like. We'll see where they play is sit. Okay, so they're going to mark it at the line of scrimmage. Okay, so again, 2nd and 10 for the Gladiators. Pequeño will have twins on his left side. He's looking to go to his right, where he had one solo receiver. Edgar Castillo defended that play against Esteban Arteaga. No connection there. Pequeño overthrows him. It'll bring up 3rd down and 10 for the Tigers. Defense, screamed the Gladiator fans. 5:43 remaining in the second quarter. Pequeño talking it over with his running back. Here's the snap. He's looking to go to the air again. His intended receiver there, Leroy Garcia, can't come up with it. After that first couple of series that they had early in this game, the Tigers really can't seem to get anything going as the Gladiator defense is really doing their job tonight, as they have been able to stop them after those first 2 possessions cost them 14 points. As the kicking team will come on the field as it is 4th down. Back to receive again will be Castillo, Edgar Castillo for the Gladiators. As they'll have good field. It is blocked. The Gladiators jump. Oh, it seems to be out of bounds. The Gladiators miss an opportunity there as they blocked that punt. And it seemed to get out of their hands and go out of bounds. But they're going to go ahead and be calling it good there. Let's see what are they going to call here? Officials are going to talk it over to rule what they're going to call. Gladiators blocked that punt. So they're going to end up getting those extra points there. So that'll bring up the score. Now the Gladiators are leading. What a play there, folks. I really didn't get to see the number because it was too fast, and I was looking over here at the paperwork to go ahead and give you more information on Edgar Castillo returning it. But Gladiator defense does their job as they block that punt, fall on it in their own end zone. And that brings up the score 15 for the Gladiators and 14 for the Tigers. So the Gladiators are now on top. As we'll keep it here as defense and offenses are coming on the field already. Let's get it going here, folks. Great game coming to you here as it's been all Gladiators this second quarter. Tigers really can't seem to get anything going after those first possessions that they had that got them those 14 points. Tigers will be trying to kick here to the Gladiators. Back to receive again now. We'll have David Rios and Adrian Maldonado, the original returners, who we are accustomed to see return kicks. It's a low short kick as as Adrian Maldonado will fall on it, and the Gladiators will take over at their own 45-yard line. Close to midfield, 5:37 remaining here in the second quarter. Big playoff implication games for both teams. We can't stress that enough. Some controversy going on here on the field as the coaches are asking for a call here. Referees are trying to talk it over. It's going to end up being against the Tigers. There's a penalty against the Tigers, which will bring the Gladiators past midfield, seems like. Let's see where they place the ball. Coach Adame from the Tigers asking for an explanation as he is at midfield with the referees talking it over. As they are going to move the ball, and it'll be placed at the 40-yard line, at the Tiger 40-yard line. So that's a big 15-yard penalty on the Tigers. 5:37 remaining here in the second quarter. Go Roma go, fans are screaming as the Gladiators trying to add to their lead. Here's the snap. Rios will be out of shotgun looking for a receiver. He draws back. He keeps it himself now as he finds no one. He's rushing. He picks up 10. He picks up 15. He stopped 10 yards deep into the play. So that'll be close to a first down. They're marking it short, so that's a pickup of 9 yards. Second and 1 for the Gladiators. Here's the snap. He hands it off to Gomez. Gomez pushes it up the gut. He's past the first down marker, so that's going to be a first down at the Tiger 29-yard line. First and 10 for the Gladiators at the Tiger 29-yard line. Another first down. Moving rather quickly are the Gladiators downfield. Umbrellas, umbrellas, umbrellas is all you're seeing here tonight, as we have great fans, great loyalty from the Gladiators and the Tiger fans as well, as both bleachers are basically halfway full. Here's a handoff to Gomez. Gomez picks up about 5 yards, 6 yards on that first down. Brought down by the Tiger, number 25, Brandon Adame. Second down here for the Gladiators. Rios will have an empty backfield. Triplets on his right. Here's a snap. He looks to keep it himself. He pushes up the middle. Picks up about 4 yards. That'll be close to the first down marker. Stopped by number 32, Jay Ayala, the linebacker, the Tiger linebacker. They're going to call it short, so that'll be third and about 1 to go for the Gladiators. Again, here we go. He keeps it himself again, Rios will. Picks up the first down for sure this time at the Tiger 15-yard line. And he's close, and the Gladiators are close to the red zone again. 3:33 remaining in the second quarter. Rios will have triplets on his right, one single receiver on his left. He's looking to go to the right side. He's going into the end zone. Broken up there by number 11. It's Sebastian Arteaga, the defensive back, breaks up that pass there. Jonathan Rios just can't connect with his receiver. Intended receiver here. Seemed to be Jesus Rodriguez. Intended receiver there, yes. Jesus Rodriguez, intended receiver there for Rios. Can't just connect. 3:14 remaining in the second quarter, right before half. Gomez will line up behind Rios. Twins to his right. Hands it off to Gomez. Gomez picks up about a yard. He is stopped short. Tripped up by number 3, Juan Morales, the linebacker for the Tigers, as it'll be a big decision here, as it'll be 3rd and long for the Gladiators. Gladiator timeout here as they want to talk it over. As again, it's going to be a big play for the Gladiators here. 2:40 remaining in the second quarter. Before half, we'll go to some commercials and we'll be right back. All right, folks, and we're back here on 3rd and long for the Gladiators from the Tiger 19-yard line. 14-yard line, correction. Tiger 14. Rios will have Gomez lined up to his right. Here's the snap. He's looking to go to the air. Can't connect. He was looking to connect with Adrian Maldonado. They just can't. That's going to be 4th down. We'll see what they decide to do here as the offense is staying on the field. All right, but here we have the kicking team as they're coming on the field as Duarte will attempt a 24-yard field goal. Duarte has a good leg. Should be more than enough to get it past that crossbar. We'll see how accurate he can be on this play here. Here's the snap. The ball is down. The kick is up long enough. It goes right through the uprights, and it is good. That'll bring up the score 18-14. Gladiators on top. 2:35 remaining in the second quarter before the half. Well, again, we'll go to some commercials, and we'll talk about it a little bit more. Gladiator defense eager as we welcome everybody back. 2:35 remaining in this first half of this game. Tight game as it was all Tigers to start this game. Gladiators found their groove on defense and on offense as Felix Gomez has been a big key here tonight as he has been able to help the Gladiators gain this 18-14 lead. Pequeño, here's the snap for the Tigers. Pequeño gets the snap. He looks to go right. David Rios pushes the receiver out of bounds, which is number 2, Sammy Galindo. There is maybe 1 yard of gain on that play. We'll see where they mark it. Yeah, it'll be a 1-yard gain for the Tigers on that pass. Good defense there by David Rios. It'll be 2nd and 9 for the Tigers. Here's a snap. Pequeño is looking to go to the air as he has an empty backfield. He overthrows his receiver as that was a great defense by Eliberto Munoz, the outside linebacker, as he rushed Pequeño, and he had to get rid of it. That's 3rd and 9 for the Tigers at their own 25-yard line, 26-yard line. Nearing halftime here, 2 minutes remaining in this first half. Tigers will call a timeout to talk it over because, again, this is a crucial drive for them if they want to get something going before the half and see if they can get some points up on the score. Again, it was all Tigers at the beginning. Gladiators have been able to find their groove on defense and on offense. Their defense helping them out and getting that block punt to get more points on the board for them. Let's talk a little bit about what happened last week for each team. Again, we had the Tigers over in Cigarroa. Again, the Tigers are coming in at 3-2. They beat Valley View at home 15-11. They beat Cigarroa 21-0. They beat Ed Couch 23-16. As they really haven't been too much of a scoring team this season. But again, they've been able to get some crucial wins. So again, they're looking to gain more ground in this playoff push. We're back into action here as Pequeño will look to work out of this 3rd and long. He's looking to go to the air after the snap, but he is brought down by number 10, Leo Peña. Great sack there by the Gladiators as that'll bring up 4th down. They stopped the Tigers after that timeout. And here we go. There's a timeout by the Gladiators. No, by the Tigers again. Correction. There's another timeout by the Tigers to see what they're going to end up doing on this crucial 4th down. Again, Tigers are deciding to see if they're going to go for it or if they're going to go ahead and they're going to kick off. So we'll see what Coach Adame and the Mercedes Tigers have in their hands when we come back. We'll go to some commercials. All right, folks, we are back here. Welcome back as we are having the Tigers. They choose to kick, after all, what seems like. And they are going to kick, nearly blocked. Back to receive was Castillo as he'll let it bounce. The Tigers are going to touch it past midfield. And they're going to touch it there at midfield. So the Gladiators will have 50 yards to go with 1:36 remaining in this second quarter. We are nearing halftime, but these last couple of minutes in this quarter have been an eternity because we've had a lot of action. We've had timeouts, we've had touchdowns, we've had some great defensive plays by the Gladiators that have just been able to hold and stop this Tiger offense. As the Gladiator offense comes onto the field, they'll start from their own 48-yard line. Rios will have an empty backfield. He'll have triplets on his right, twins on his left. He'll definitely look to go to the air. He'll keep it himself on this play. He's looking to go to the air. He has an intended receiver who just does not turn around in time, and that's Edgar Castillo. He wanted to hook up with Edgar Castillo there, but just too fast of a throw from Rios. Can't connect. Again, he'll have another empty backfield on this 2nd and 10. Triplets on his right, twins to his left. At his shotgun here. Here's the snap. He's looking to the right. There's a flag. We hadn't had one in a little while. Referees talk it over. And it is going to be a false start against the Gladiators. So that'll bring them back. And that'll still be 2nd down. Edgar Castillo coming to the sideline as Felipe Gomez comes into the game. Rios had an empty backfield on those last 2 possessions, but now he'll have Gomez lined up behind him. he'll be working at a shotgun. He'll have 2 receivers on his right, 1 receiver on his left. Referees talk it over as they're trying to see where they're going to place the ball. Okay, we're all set here. It was an official's timeout. Here we go. Here's the snap. They hand it off to Gomez. Picks up 10, 15, 20. Spins on the defender. Picks up 30. 35-yard pickup as that'll bring him to the Tiger 30-yard line. Great rush there by Gomez. His legs have just been miracle today. On his birthday, if he chooses to have a great game, I think this today will be a great day for him to show out. Great birthday present if he has another great game. As Rios will quickly get the snap, he'll throw it down there. He'll snap it there to stop the clock with 1 minute remaining. Oh, correction, that was a flag on the play. It was out of frustration, that snap there. So that'll be against the Gladiators. It'll be another false start, as penalties have been big for both teams. That'll bring them back. That'll be first down and 15 at the Tiger 35. .112 remaining in the second quarter. Just can't seem to get to halftime. Gladiators trying to get those signals. Gomez will line up behind Rios. Another near false start from the Tigers. Rios will look to keep the ball. He looks to go to the air. He finds Maldonado. Maldonado picks up near a first down, and they're gonna run the clock, and we'll see where they place it if they got a first down. They're gonna call it inches short of that first down, so that'll bring up second and inches for the Gladiators. 1:06 remaining in the second quarter. Gomez lines up behind Rios. Here's the snap. He gave it to Gomez. Picks up a first down. He's still on his feet. Picks up 5 yards. As that'll move the chains, and that'll stop the clock as they move the chains for the Gladiators. 56 seconds remaining before we go to the half. David Rios in the game now, as he'll line up behind the other Rios, the quarterback, as they'll spike it to stop the clock at 44 seconds. That'll be second down and 10 from the Tiger 21. Gladiators trying to get these signals going. 44 seconds to go. Rios finally gets his play. David Rios as the running back in lines up behind Rios. Miscue there as Rios tried to connect with Esteban Barrera on the left side, but Esteban Barrera did not know where to go, barely even moved, and Rios just overthrew him by at least 10 yards into the end zone. Barrera and Rios, now the quarterback, now talk it over saying, hey, what is it that you wanted me to do exactly on that play? So they're going to talk it over and see if they can get on the same page. Barrera will still be on the left, be working on the left side of Rios. Rios will have twins on his left, twins on his right, and David Rios will be lined up to his right now as he is in motion. Here's a snap out of shotgun. He handed off. He keeps it himself. He's looking to find a receiver. Rios, he tries to find Adrian Maldonado on that second down. Just cannot connect. 36 seconds before the half remaining. David Rios is out of the game now. Frustration from Jonathan Rios. As we'll see what the Gladiators will do. Correction, that'll be fourth down. So the Gladiators are choosing to kick now. Duarte is into the game as the Gladiators will attempt a field goal to push their lead up to 7 points. The kick is up. It's long enough. It is good. Officials, oh, no good. It is far to the left, to the right. It is far to the right. It looked good from here, folks. Just couldn't connect there. Just couldn't go ahead and get that accuracy there. So Duarte misses that field goal. Gladiators are still up by 4 as we have 36 seconds remaining before the half. big missed field goal there for the Gladiators, as their momentum was going positively until then when it came to offense. Just can't convert. Bit of frustration shown there by the offense before the field goal, as Jonathan just really couldn't come together with his receivers in the last two plays. So they quickly coughed up the ball. Tigers are going to be looking to take over after that missed field goal by the Gladiators, and they'll be starting at their own 30-yard line. 36 seconds remaining here in the half. Again, Gladiators up 18-14 before the half. Gladiators will be playing some zone coverage here. Here's the snap to Pequeño. Pequeño hands it off to number 20. To number 21, Sonny Vela, as he is stopped behind the line of scrimmage for a no gain. Correction, he picked up 2. I thought he was stopped there at the line of scrimmage. Picks up 2 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 8 for the Tigers. 10 seconds remaining before the half. This will be the last play of the half here. Pequeño is looking to go deep into the air. He throws a little bit of a Hail Mary as it is caught, intercepted by the Gladiators. Castillo picks it up. He is close. He's at the 20. He's at the 15, 10. He is close. He is pushed out of bounds at about the 1. No score for the Gladiators. They pushed him out 2 yards short of that return after that interception by Castillo, as Pequeño tried to find a deep receiver on the Tiger right side. He just can't connect. He underthrows him. Castillo intercepted, nearly runs it back 30 yards, 40 yards, 30 to 40 yards, and it is almost into the end zone. That'll end the second quarter. We are in halftime. We're going to go ahead and go to some halftime commercials. We'll be right back with some stats. We'll be back with some standings in this district, and we'll see if we can go ahead and get an update on this Valley View and on this Valley View and Cigarroa game in Laredo we got going on, folks. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back as we are set here to get started in the second half of this cold and wet Friday night, coming to you from Roma, Texas Gladiator Arena. Again, we have Mercedes Tigers coming into Roma with the big playoff implication game. As we now know, we just found out during halftime that Valley View is up 21-0 on Figueroa, so that doesn't look very likely for the Gladiators to help them. So again, they're going to have to take it into their own hands if the Gladiators want to make the playoffs this year. They have to gain a bigger lead than this 4-point lead, and they have to win by 17. If they can't win by 17 against these Tigers, that'll be it for the Gladiators. They'll be the only ones that'll be looking out, because again, we have 3 teams fighting for the final 2 spots, and as I was just told here that it's 28-0 over in Laredo, so we'll see what the Gladiators can do in the second half, and we'll also see what the Tigers can do in the second half if they'll actually come back and take their own destiny into their own hands. Gladiators kicked off here. Duarte kicked off, received by the Tigers there, number 15. As he called the fair catch, it was Leroy Garcia. The Tigers will take over and start with the ball in the second half, as they'll be starting from their own 25-yard line. Alright folks, here we go. Tiger offense out on the field. Gladiators will be playing a man coverage here. Pequeño is still at quarterback for the Tigers as we have a flag on the line, and it'll be a false start. We'll see who they call because both teams have been offsides all night. It is going to be against the Tigers. The offense jumped the line there as the Tigers and Pequeño will get moved and pushed back, and they'll be 5 yards deeper, so they'll be starting from their own 20 now. So it'll be 2nd and 15 as Pequeño has an empty backfield who have twins on each side. He's looking to go to the air, of course. He looks deep. It's a 40-yard pass, almost intercepted by Adrian Maldonado there, as the intended receiver for the Tigers was number 2, Sammy Galindo, and they just can't convert on that play there. It'll be 3rd down and 15, 2nd and 15 for the Tigers. As again, we're just getting started here in the second half. Gladiator defense worked some magic in that first half after giving up some quick 14 points, and the Gladiators are looking to maintain and add to this lead. As I am getting updates here, as Figueroa is now down 35-0 against Valley View. Again, here we go. Here's a 2nd down. Pequeño finds a receiver. He goes back to Sammy Galindo. Galindo has a big catch. He's still on his feet. He's into Gladiator territory. That was a big play there, as the Tigers will now be in Gladiator territory, working out of the Gladiator 43-yard line. No huddle, quick offense here. Pequeño is going to be under center. Correction, out of shotgun again. He'll have twins, triplets on his right, 2 on his left. He'll have an empty backfield. And here's the snap. It's a good snap. He's looking to go deep again. He has an intended receiver who is open, number 23, seems like. Correction, there is no 23, so that's number 11, looks like. No. Too far, folks. I can't see that number. But again, there was an intended receiver on the left side as he tried to go through the air and gain some yards. No catch. 2nd down and 10 for the Tigers after that big catch prior. Again, Pequeño will be working with this rusher to his left. He'll have 1 receiver lined up on his left, 2 to his right. He hands it off. Number 33 is with the ball. He gains 1st down yardage. He has more. That's a 15-yard gain. Make it a 20-yard gain for the Tigers, as they are now deep into Gladiator territory, working out of the Gladiator 25-yard line. Move the change for the Tigers. A new set of downs. Tigers working here, 1st down, Gladiator in Gladiator territory. Pequeño will have his rusher to his left. He's looking to go to the air again. He has an open receiver, just can't connect. The receiver worked outside back into the middle, and that is number 15, Leroy Garcia, who has been a big target tonight for Pequeño. Just can't convert there. Pequeño is getting his signals as it'll be 2nd and 10 still out of the Gladiator 26-yard line. Miguel Jimenez, the running back, will be working. He's good blocks, what Pequeño has. Again, Pequeño is just throwing the ball all over the place for a while now, and he just really cannot connect with his receivers. He had one good play on this drive, which gave him that big first down. Really hasn't gotten much after that. This will be 3rd down and 10, again working out of the Gladiator 26-yard line. Jimenez is going to be in the backfield with Pequeño. He'll have twins on his left, one on his right. He hands it off to Jimenez. Jimenez works the right side. He picks up 5, 6, 7, 9, picks up a first down as he is pushed out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Move the chains for the Tigers as they are now deep and into the red zone, threatening to score here. We have an injury on the field as we have what seems to be a Tiger slow getting up. We're going to go ahead and go to some commercials, and we'll be back after this, folks. Good game in our hands. All right, folks, back to game action here. 10:45 remaining in this 3rd quarter. Pequeño is going to be working out of the Gladiator 11 field, and so will the Tigers. He's looking to go to the air here. He's going to keep it himself. He picks up 1 yard, 2 yards, 3 yards, possibly about 5 yards pick up there by Pequeño as he calls his own number, and that'll be 2nd down and goal for the Tigers. Tigers threatening here. They're behind 4 points. A touchdown will give them the lead again, and that'll give them momentum going into the second half. 10:30 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Pequeño will be working. Correction here. We have a new quarterback in for the Tigers, and that'll be number 1, Joshua Cantu. He'll get it. He'll be the quarterback for this play, and he'll take it in down the left side, and he'll score. That's a rushing touchdown for the Tigers out of the 6-yard line, 10-yard line. And that's another touchdown, and they gain the lead again. Point after will be coming up. Again, Joshua Cantu working as a quarterback, taking the snap that time, and he rushed it in himself. He called his own number, designed play for him, and it worked out. That Gladiator defense just couldn't hold him on that rush. Here's going to be the snap for the kick. Here's the snap. The kick is up. Officials call it good. So that is a 3-point lead for the Tigers. That is 21-18 on the Gladiators. We'll keep it here. Again, Gladiators gained the lead that first half, but just coughed it up there. And we'll see what their defense, who has been working wonderfully tonight, if they can continue to help out their offense and see if they can get the offense quickly back onto the field. Gladiators showing some big heart tonight, as we know that the magic number tonight will be 17 for them, as they're trying to take matters into their own hands and get into the playoffs by their own measures. Magic number to get into the playoffs this year for this district, 5A. It's 5A District 16 if you want to be specific. Magic number is 3. Gladiators 1 win shy of gaining that magical number. Back to receive for the Gladiators on this kick will be Adrian Maldonado and number 33, Draven Rios. As number 1, Jesus Rodriguez takes it himself. He catches it at the 30. He picks the right side. He picks up a few yards. He is brought down at about the 33-yard line. So the Gladiator offense will start from their own 33-yard line, and we'll see what they can do. We'll see what this Gladiator offense can come up with here. And at quarterback still for the Gladiators is Jonathan Rios. As that looks to be David Rios coming in as the running back for the Gladiators. He'll have twins on his right, one on his left. He hands it off to David Rios. David Rios, correction, he keeps it himself. He's a quarterback keeper. Jonathan chooses the left side. He picks up close to a first down. That's about an 8-yard pickup for Rios, as that was sneaky, and he kept it himself. He even fooled me on that almost handoff. And he is brought down 2 yards shy of the first down, so that's second and 2, correction, for the Gladiators, as they are close to midfield. 10:06 remaining here in this third quarter. David Rios will stay in the game. No, correction, Felix Gomez seems to be back into the game. No, it is David Rios. David Rios will be working out of the backfield. Twins on the left for Rios. Hands it off to, here's the running back. He gains first down yardage. That's about a 15-yard gain there. Brought down by number 3 of the Tigers, and that is Juan Morales on that defensive tackle there. Gladiator first down. Move those chains, ladies and gentlemen. 9:53, third quarter. Gladiators looking to regain this lead, as they are now down 3 points, as they gave up that quick score. Here we go. Jonathan Rios keeps it himself on this first down. He is going to be tackled. He is tripped up about 4 yards after that rush. So that'll be second down and 6 for the Gladiators. 9:28 remaining in this third quarter. Again, some of you asking out there what the score is. Gladiators are down by 3 to Mercedes early in this third quarter. Second down and about 5 for the Gladiators. Felix Gomez will be working out of the backfield. It's going to be a false start, as it is another penalty against the Gladiators, and that'll bring them back another 5 yards. So instead of being 5, it'll be 10 now. It'll bring them back to the original start of this set of downs. 8:49 remaining in this third quarter. Roma losing to Mercedes at the moment by 3. New set of plays coming up here for the Gladiators. Esteban Barrera will be the only receiver on the left side. Jonathan Rios will have twins on the right, and he'll have Gomez working out of his right side in the backfield. Here's the snap. He's looking to go to Barrera. Barrera can't find the ball. It is almost intercepted by the Tigers on that bad throw by Jonathan Rios. That is number 30, what seems to be 31 of the Tigers. Dominic Villarreal almost coming up with that bad throw from Rios for that interception, almost. Just couldn't come in, couldn't bring it in. Here we'll have third and long for the Gladiators. 8:25 remaining in this third quarter, as the Gladiators are taking their time and thinking carefully what plays they're bringing up. The Tigers will be working out of a man coverage. Triplets on the left, one to the right. Empty backfield. Jonathan Rios is hurried. He is tripped up behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll be fourth down, as the Gladiators are stopped. Gladiators are stopped on this drive here. 8:17 remaining. That's a big stop there for the Tigers. The kicking team is coming on the field for the Gladiators now, as they'll have to punt away. Back to receive and return this kick will be Joshua Cantu, who has had quite a night himself. He's been a key player for the Tigers tonight, as he was able to rush in and a couple plays ago for them. Gave them the lead with his last touchdown. Duarte on the field here, set to kick off. Gladiators snap the ball. It's a good snap. It's a long, short kick. Long. And here we go. Tigers start from their 20. He's already at the 40. Past midfield. Doesn't seem anybody's going to be able to stop him. He's almost 20. Pushed out at the 10. That's a big gain for the Tigers there. The Gladiators give up about 80 yards there on that drive. on that return. That was, I think that's the biggest, from the research that I did, that's the biggest return for the Tigers all year long. I think if I'm not mistaken, they had been averaging about 16 yards a return. Nothing compared to what they just gained there. So the Gladiators are in big trouble here if they allow a touchdown, as that'll bring their deficit down to 10, and that is not somewhere the Gladiators want to be. Tigers will be working out of the Gladiator 7-yard line. First down, Pequeño will have an empty backfield. He'll have triplets to his left. He's looking left. He keeps it himself. He's trying to rush for some yards as he is tripped up by the Gladiators. Big stop there by the Gladiators. Has number 70 on the Gladiator line, brings him down. Number 70, Jesus Garcia, with that stop there. It'll be 2nd and 9 for the Tigers. 2nd and goal here. We'll see what the Tigers draw up. Pequeño will have number 21, Sonny Vela, working to his left. Twins left. One receiver to the right. Rusher for the Tigers is in for a touchdown after that handoff. Sonny Vela with the touchdown, 9 yards out. Tigers make it look easy on that rush. It took them 2 plays to get into that. After they got into the red zone, it took them 2 plays to get into the touchdown, into the end zone. So now Gladiators find themselves possibly down 10 points and their playoff lives slowly vanishing. Anything is possible. 6:55 remaining in this third quarter. Getting set to kick are the Tigers. Here's the snap. The kick is up. Seems to be good. Yes, they're going to call it good. So that is a 10-point lead for the Tigers now as they regain the lead and are keeping it here in the second half. We'll go to some commercials and we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. All right, folks, and we're back here as it's been all Mercedes Tigers the second half. 6:55 remaining in this third quarter. And just the way they started the game, the Mercedes Tigers scored twice quickly to regain the lead. Back to return this kick is going to be Adrian Maldonado and David Rios. It's a long high kick starting from about their own 5. Here is the Gladiators pick up about 10 yards, about a 10-yard pickup there, as they will be starting from about the 25-yard line uphill now. Offense slowly coming on the field. Again, this Gladiator offense is taking their time, methodically trying to pick apart this Tiger defense. They were able to do well in the second quarter, which was their strongest quarter of the game, scoring majority of their points there. We'll see what they can do here in their second drive of the quarter, of the second half. 6:49 remaining here. Gomez will be working out of the backfield. Here is the snap. They hand it off to Jonathan, keeps it himself. He's looking to rush to the left. He is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Possibly a loss there. Possibly a 1 or 2 yard loss on that quarterback keeper. Jonathan Rios couldn't get past that Tiger defense at the line of scrimmage. No gain, they say. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Gladiators. Jonathan Rios and the Gladiators getting the signal. Jonathan Rios will have what seems, it'll be 2 receivers lined up. There'll be twins on the right, 1 receiver by himself on the left. Gomez working out of the backfield. Here's the snap. He pitches it to Gomez on the right side. Gomez is stopped at the line of scrimmage, again for no gain. And that'll bring up 3rd and long for the Gladiators. 5:51 remaining in this third quarter. Tigers 28, Gladiators 18. 10-point lead, which is basically now a 27-point lead because they had to beat the Tigers now since Valley View is winning. They had to beat the Tigers by 17. They're down 10, so that makes it a 27-point deficit for the Gladiators that they still have to come back. Playoff lives still possible, but it'll take something big from the Gladiators to finish this game strong and work their way into the playoffs. Here we go again. Here's out of third down. Here it is. Gomez again working out of the backfield. Triplets left. Gomez gets it himself. There is a flag on the play. Seems to be some movement on the line. And that is going to be against the Gladiators. Official still talking it over. Third and long coming up here. Gomez in the backfield. Here's the snap out of shotgun. He's looking for Gomez. Can't connect. Gladiators in fourth down now. We'll see as the kicking team comes on the field. We'll take a commercial break, folks. After this play. Back to receive is Joshua Cantu for the Tigers. It'll be good field position for the Tigers as the Gladiators are kicking from deep in their own territory. It's a bad snap, low snap, gets it off. It's a low, long kick. Cantu picks it up at about the 15, picks up 5, is back originally to the 15, and he's looking to go to the right side now. He misses some, he dodges some tackles there as he picks up a few yards, and they'll be working out of their own 37-yard line. Well, the Tigers, 4:46 remaining. Tigers are going to be working out of their own 37-yard line. We'll see what they can do. We'll take some commercial breaks, folks, and we'll be right back. All right, folks, we're back. In that first down that the Tigers just started this drive, it was a bad snap. They lost some yardage there. So they'll be working deep in their own territory, working out of the 15-yard line. Will the Tigers their own 15. Second down. Here's the snap. Jimenez gets the ball, chooses the right side. He picks up 5, 10, 15, still on his feet, picks up 20 yards. But since they were working deep in their own territory, that brings them back to their own original spot that they started off. So they still have about another 10 yards to go for that first down. We'll see where they spot this. Referee's still working on it. They put it down as the Tiger 42-yard line they'll be working out of. It's third down, 3:32 left here in the third quarter. Big third down for the Tigers here. Gladiator defense will be working out of a man coverage. Twins right, one left. Here's the snap. They hand it off to Jimenez. Jimenez chooses the left side. He is stopped short after about a 2-yard pickup. So that is fourth down for the Tigers. 3 minutes to go. Kicking team comes on the field for the Tigers as the Gladiators will be looking to return the ball in good field position. Back to receive for the Gladiators will be Edgar Castillo. .238 remaining in this third quarter. Here's the snap for the kick. It is a short, low kick. Tigers letting it bounce past the 30 at the 25. And the Tigers will touch it at the 22-yard line, 23-yard line. That's where the Gladiators will take over and see if they can do some damage here with 2 minutes, 22 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Gladiators quickly coming onto the field. Felix Gomez will be working out of the backfield. Triplets to the right. Single receiver to the left. Out of shotgun. Here's the play. Here's the handoff to Gomez. Gomez picks up 10, 15. That's a 15, 16-yard pickup for Gomez on that rushing attempt. As the clock will continue to run. No, stop. It'll stop there because of that first down. So because of that first down, the clock will stop, which helps the Gladiators, as they now be at their own 42-yard line. Here's a snap. Another handoff to Gomez. Gomez picks up a few yards. Picks up about 4 to 5 yards. It'll be second down and about 5 to go. As the chains just got there, it was such a quick down there that the chains hadn't even been completely moved yet. But anyways, it'll be second down and 5 for the Gladiators at about midfield. 1:42 remaining in this third quarter. Gomez will be working out of the backfield. Triplets left, one to the left. Here's a flag. Pitch to Gomez. Gomez passes line of scrimmage close to the first down. We'll see what this flag brings. We'll see what the Gladiators are going to get out of this. Is it against them? It'll be against the Tigers. It'll be against the Tigers, so it should be an automatic first down. It should be a first down because it's a 5-yard penalty. Yes, it will be. So that's a first down, new set of downs for the Gladiators. Move the chains. Referee's slow to react here as they're still trying to decide what's going to happen. As they'll talk it over, and they are calling for that first down, like I said. 1:27 remaining here in this third quarter. Gladiators slowly but efficiently moving up the field. Down 10 are the Gladiators, 28-18. And here is the first down play. Gomez will be working out of the backfield. Here's a handoff to Gomez. Gomez picks up 5, 6, 7, 10, 15 yards on that gain. That's a 15-yard gain by Gomez. Move the chains again. They'll be working out of the Tiger 35-yard line now. 1 minute, 11 seconds remaining in this third quarter. At this pace, the Gladiators seem to be working their way into the end zone. We'll see what they can get out of it. Empty backfield for Rios now. He'll keep it himself. He gains 3, 4. Gain of about 7 yards on his own rush. Calling his own number there is Rios. It'll be second down and about 3 or 2 to go. The Gladiators will be working out of the Tiger 27-yard line. Empty backfield, twins left and right for Rios. Here's a snap out of shotgun. He looks for Edgar Castillo and can't connect on the left side on that short pass. 27 seconds remaining in this quarter. Third down for the Gladiators, and it's a big down for them. It'll be third and about 5 to go. 3rd and 5 for the Gladiators. Gomez working out of the backfield now. Here's the snap. They hand it off to Gomez. Gomez works up the gut. He gains the first down and more. He is past the Tiger 20-yard line. 20 seconds remaining. New set of downs coming up for the Gladiators. Slowly but efficiently are the Gladiators working their way upfield. Adrian Maldonado into the game. Gomez will have twins right, one on the left side. Gomez working out of the backfield. Here's out of shotgun. Here's the snap. They hand it off to Gomez. He stopped at the line of scrimmage, maybe for a loss or two. They're calling for a fumble. There is a fumble, ladies and gentlemen. They cough it up. Gomez coughs up the ball. Tigers regain possession. As the third quarter is coming to an end, it'll be Tiger ball. That'll be Tiger ball coming back to start this fourth quarter with 3 seconds are still remaining in this third quarter. They'll be starting the fourth quarter with the ball possibly here. 1 down to go. They choose to come back on the field here. And that's the end of the third quarter. We'll have a new quarter coming up, guys. Gladiators are down by 10, 28-18 against the Tigers. We'll go take some commercials and we'll be back. All right, folks, it's the start of the fourth quarter. We're going to end up switching sides. The Tigers regain possession again after that fumble. It'll be second down for them, working out of their own 20-yard line. Pequeño will have his running back to his left. He'll call his own number. He stopped behind the line of scrimmage for no gain. Gladiator, that's number 33, David Rios with that tackle of Pequeño for a loss. That's a loss of 3 yards for the Tigers. So it'll be third and long. 11:33 remaining in this fourth quarter. 1 quarter left in this Gladiator season, if you want to look at it that way. They have a 27-point deficit that they need to overcome. The score says 10, but the number is going to end up being 27. All right, here we go. Third down. Pequeño had an empty backfield. He's looking to go to the air deep. It's a deep pass, and it is hauled in by number 2, Sammy Galindo, on that big play there by Pequeño. What an arm. As they pick up some big yardage. They're past midfield. They're into Gladiator territory. They'll be working out of the Gladiator 45-yard line now after that big, huge pass there to Galindo. Pequeño really hasn't been too accurate tonight, but he was there. Triplets to the left side of Pequeño, 1 to the right. He hands it off to his rusher for a gain about a yard. 21, Sammy Vela, working as a running back in this drive. It'll be second down and 9 for the Tigers. 10:30 remaining in this fourth quarter. Vela to the left of Pequeño. They hand it off to Vela. Vela chooses the right side. He gets to the line of scrimmage and more. He picks up about 4 yards on that rush. That'll be third and 6. Let's see how much yards. 2 or 3 yards did they give him there? They're going to give him 2 yards, so that'll be 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7 into Gladiator territory are the Tigers. Huddle breaks. Vela to the left of Pequeño. Twins left, twins right. At a shotgun, there's a flag before the throw is able to get out of his hands. There's a flag. Seems to be some movement again, and it is going to be against the Tigers. So that'll bring them back deeper 10:05 remaining. They'll be snapping pretty close to midfield, 49-yard line. Pequeño will have an empty backfield, triplets on each side. Here's the snap. Looking to throw deep. Has nowhere to go. He's going to keep it himself as he is rushing. He gets past the line of scrimmage. Almost picks up a first down. He is stopped short. We'll see if they give him the first down. There's a flag on the play, as he was hit very close to that first down marker. Was Pequeño. He had nowhere to go. He was looking for his receivers. He had a ton of them, but just couldn't find anyone open. Referees are talking it over. That is going to be against the Tigers there. Big penalty. I don't know exactly what it is that they called. Referee wasn't quite, couldn't really see what signal he called there. But the Tigers will be working in 3rd and long at a midfield. Pequeño will have an empty backfield. He's looking to go deep again. He still has the ball. He's rolling right. He throws deep. He has an intended receiver who catches that deep pass for a first down. That receiver looks to be number 83. Alex Rincon. Yes, it is. Alex Rincon with that catch there, as the Tigers will move the chains. They're deep into Gladiator territory. Again, they'll be working out of the Gladiator 27-yard line with the new set of downs. 9:26 to go. They're up already by 10. Looking to add to the margin are the Tigers. They break the huddle. Vela will be working out of the left side. Twins on each side for the Tigers. They'll hand it off to Vela. Vela goes right. He picks up about 3 yards on that rush. David Rios credited with that tackle for the Gladiators. Vela picks up some yardage there. So it'll be 2nd down and 6 to go, and 5 to go. 2nd and 5 to go for the Tigers. 8:36 remaining in this 4th quarter. Tigers up, looking to gain a bigger lead. Triplets left, 1 to the right. Out of shotgun. There's some movement again, ladies and gentlemen. It's been the act of the night tonight. Full starts all over the place. And it'll be against the Tigers again. So that'll move them back. They had great momentum going after that catch. So that'll bring up 2nd down and long out of the Gladiator 30-yard line. 8:18 remaining. Here's the snap out of shotgun. They hand it off to Vela. Vela goes up the gut. He is stopped behind a 2-rush attempt there. 2-rush gain. 2-yard gain there. Correction, sorry. 3rd down and long still for the Tigers. Slowly but surely are the Tigers moving upfield. Vela will stay in the game as the rusher. Pequeño will have twins on each side as the Gladiators will choose man coverage on this possession. Here's the snap. He finds a receiver. Receiver on the right side. Picks up 5. Picks up 7. Close to a first down. But it'll be about a yard short. But there is a flag on the play as well. That might have been offsides on the Gladiators if I saw that correctly. Looked like the safety crossed the line just a bit too fast. As Coach Adame from the Tigers is talking it over with the referee to see where what he's gonna choose to do after that penalty. Yeah, it'll be offsides against the Gladiators. It'll be declined by Coach Adame. They're going to go ahead and go for the 4th down after that big gain. And it'll be 4th and about 1 to go for the Tigers out of the Gladiator 18-yard line. 18 or 19-yard line? 19-yard line. 7:18 remaining in this 4th quarter, 4th and final quarter. Again, ladies and gentlemen, Tigers are up by 10 as the Gladiator playoff lives are slowly fading away. Timeout by the Mercedes Tigers as they'll talk it over and see what they want to do on this 4th down. We'll take some commercials and we'll be right back. Alright folks, welcome back. 7 minutes remaining in this 4th and final quarter. Coming to you from Gladiator Arena. Mercedes up still on the Gladiators. Tigers choosing to take that timeout to talk over for this 4th down to see what they're going to do. It's going to be an empty backfield. Pequeño will look to rush it himself for that extra yard, and it looks like he got it. We'll see where they mark it. And it looks like it's going to be short. No, he got it. He got the first down, folks. He got the first down. The referee just signaled it. They got the first down. New set of downs. Move the change for the Tigers. They'll be working out of the Gladiator 16-yard line. After that 2-yard pickup there by Pequeño on that quarterback sneak. New set of downs. Vela still the rusher for the Tigers. Will be working out of the left side of Pequeño. It'll be, here's the snap. He's looking to go to the end zone. It's intercepted by the Gladiators, number 2. Edgar Castillo coming up with that interception as Pequeño was looking to go and head into the end zone on that pass. Intercepted by the Gladiators, and they'll take over with 6:26 to go in this game. Big interception there. Pequeño looking to add to the score quickly. They had just gotten a new set of downs, and he throws it away. Gladiator offense quickly moving onto the field. Tiger defense is slow to get on. Score, again, guys, Gladiators 18, Tigers 28 with 6 minutes, 26 seconds to go in this 4th quarter. Rios will be working out of an empty backfield. Triplets to his right, twins to his left. At a shotgun, here's the snap. He's looking to go deep. He keeps it himself. He picks up 2 yards, picks up 5. He's tripped up after a pickup of 5 yards on that quarterback rush. It'll bring up 2nd down and about 5 yards to go. Clock is ticking. 6 minutes remaining in this 4th quarter. No huddle offense here. Hurry offense for the Gladiators. Triplets to the right. Empty backfield. Twins to the left. Here's the snap. Rios is sacked on that blitz by the Tigers. Big hit and big sack there by number 44, Albert Alvarado, as he is credited with that sack on Rios. Loss of down there. 3rd down. 3rd down and 5 to go for the Gladiators. 5:30 remaining. Empty backfield again for the Gladiators out of shotgun. Here is the snap. He keeps it himself again is Rios. Rios gains about 2 yards. Whistle blows. That'll bring up 4th down as the kicking team is coming on the field for the Gladiators. They'll have to punt away and give the Tigers back the ball. Tigers will have great field position here, as it'll be a kick that'll be deep in Gladiator territory, so they won't get much out of this. It's a deep, low snap, bad snap. Duarte still gets it off though, as it'll roll into the 30. It'll roll out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So the Tigers will be working upfield from the 35-yard line, with 4:30 remaining in this game. Rain starting to come down here in Gladiator territory, Gladiator Arena. Back as the rusher for the Tigers will be Miguel Jimenez. He'll be working out of the left side next to Pequeño. Pequeño will give it to Jimenez. Jimenez will be brought down behind the line of scrimmage for a big loss. Credit that stop there by David Rios, as he blitzed and was able to get to Jimenez quickly. Jimenez is down and slow to get up. Helmet comes off, as the trainers and coaching staff will come on the field to attend to him. We'll take some commercials and we'll be right back. Alright folks, and we are back. Welcome back. 4:19 remaining, as an injured Mercedes Tiger had to be helped off the field. But we'll start play action here again. Second down for the Tigers. New running back, Vela, into the game. They handed off to him on that second down to the Tigers, and he stopped at the line of scrimmage for a no gain. Third down and long for the Tigers coming up. 3:50 remaining in this game, as the rain continues to pour down quite hard in Gladiator Arena. Tigers are ready. 3:30 remaining. Vela will still stay in the game as a rusher. Here's a handoff to Vela. Vela goes up the gut. No gain again. And that'll bring up fourth down. Credit David Rios with another tackle there. Correction, Gabriel Garcia with that tackle there. For a no gain on the Tigers again. It'll be... Gladiators are asking for the ball. They're asking that the ball came loose. They're saying the ball came loose. And they'll keep it with the Tigers. The ball will stay with the Tigers, as that'll bring up fourth down. The Tigers' offense is going to stay on the field. Clock is running again. 3 minutes remaining in this game. Timeout Tigers. That'll stop the clock at 3:08. Tigers will talk it over on this 4th down. We'll be right back, folks. Alright, folks, we're back as the Tigers talk it over on to start this 4th down here. 3:08 remaining in the game. The kicking team comes on the field for the Tigers, so they'll elect to kick away. Back to receive is going to be number 2, Edgar Castillo for the Gladiators. Looks like they'll have the ball back one final time this season, will the Gladiators. As there's another timeout. We'll take some commercials and we'll be right back once again. Alright, folks, we're back again. 2:50 remaining in this 4th quarter in the game. Tigers are electing to kick away. Back to receive still is Edgar Castillo for the Gladiators. As I mentioned earlier, it seems like the Gladiators are going to get it one more time to end their season. Referees place the ball. There's the whistle. Here's the snap. The kick is short and high. Castillo will pick it up at the 40. He picks up 5, picks up 10, 15, 20, 25. He picks up 25 yards, and it is at the 15-yard line. He's at the Tiger 15-yard line with 2:37 remaining, as a quick possible score could be here for the Gladiators potentially. Let's see if they can get into the end zone. Quickly, the offense will work their way onto the field. 1st down, new set of downs with 2:37 to go. Jonathan Rios will be working out of an empty backfield. Triplets on his right. One single receiver on his left. Here's a snap. He keeps it himself. He picks up 5, 6, picks up 10, picks up about 12 yards on a quarterback keeper. And that'll be 2nd down inside the 5 for the Gladiators after that big rush by Jonathan Rios. Tigers not expecting the quarterback to keep it there, as it'll be 1st down inside the 5. Here's the snap. Jonathan Rios will keep it himself again. He stopped at the line of scrimmage. He stretches out his arms, possibly picks up about a yard or so. He loses it actually on that play. I didn't see the ball come out, but the referees are signaling that the Tigers have just came up with the ball. As they call a fumble, Tigers regain possession. They regain control as a player is down for the Tigers. Seems like the flags all over the place here as their extracurricular activity going on here. Some pushing and shoving on both sides. There's flags on the play. There's an injured player down as well. We'll go ahead and go to some commercials when we come back, folks. Alright folks, we're back. That was a big unsportsmanlike conduct on the quarterback for the Gladiators, Jonathan Rios. After the Tigers regained that fumble, they hand it off to Vela. Vela is still in the game as the running back for the Tigers. Correction, it wasn't Vela, it's still Miguel Jimenez. He's back into the game. 2nd down and 10 for the Tigers, 1:54 remaining. It seems all but done in this game. Tigers are going to get out of here with the victory. As the clock ticks away, keeps on ticking in this, as they start, the play clock is at 10. They'll get 10 more seconds out of that clock before they snap it. We got number 1 in motion, Joshua Cantu. They finally snap it. It's a handoff to Miguel Jimenez again as he picks up no yards. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 10 for the Tigers. There's a timeout by the Gladiators. 1:18 remaining. We'll keep it here. And as we said, ladies and gentlemen, it just seems that the Gladiators were fighting for those final 2 spots. There was 3 teams fighting for 2 spots, and the Gladiators are going to be the team looking from the outside looking in. So that'll cost them their season with this loss. And that'll be it for them. Tigers are going to end up playing somebody from the other 5A division, and we'll see who they're going to end up in this by district round, who their opponent will be. We probably won't get those news until later tonight, maybe tomorrow. Tigers are getting under the ball again. Here comes their offense. 1:18 remaining. Referees taking their time. They finally place the ball down. Pequeño will be out of shotgun here. They got Cantu in motion. Here's the snap. They hand it off to Jimenez. Jimenez chooses the right side. He's still on his feet. He picks up 10, picks up 13, 14 yards. So that'll be a new set of downs for the Tigers, and it seems that that's all but it. All they have to do now is just kneel about twice, and the game should be over as the rain keeps on getting harder and harder here in Roma, Texas. Referees slowly placing the ball down, taking their time as well. Tiger fans cheering and players starting to jump up and down in victory chants. 46 seconds remaining. They'll snap it one final time, will the Tigers, and down it here and take a knee. And there it is. That should be the ball game there, folks. But there's a timeout, seems like, by the Gladiators. 33 seconds to go. Out of this timeout now. The referee signaling get play in action again. 20 seconds remaining. This should be it here, finally. Tigers line up. Here's the snap. Pequeño downs it, and that is official now, folks. That is the game, as the Mercedes Tigers will get out of here with a 10-point victory, 28-18 over the Gladiators. We thank you for joining us. This was a hard-fought game for about 3 quarters. But in this final quarter, the Tigers just got away from the Gladiators, and the Gladiators just couldn't recover. Folks, we thank you for joining us. We thank you for being with us. Thank you for your kind words. We'll see you next time. Again, we have some basketball coming up pretty soon, so just stay tuned. Again, good night, and we thank you.